Okay, so what I want to get into is a little bit of teaching. I'm going to start doing a little bit of my whiteboard stuff, kind of going through some of the systems that a lot of our guys use, that I use, that are things that have really helped a lot of guys bring a lot of focus to their day, to their time, to their life, professionally and personally, right? So what we're going to do is going to introduce something that will really help with micro productivity, okay? This is a system that will take your micro productivity to another level, which will then on the macro level really start to make a difference over time. Now, we're going to go through a 4-stage pattern, okay? This video will last somewhere around 6 minutes. We're going to look at the biggest problem that business owners, leaders, high performers, founders find when it comes to micro productivity. We're going to talk about the solution, and then we're going to look at the execution of it, and then we're going to look at some of the considerations. All right, so let's get into the main problem. So what is the main problem that a lot of male business owners who are fathers also, or maybe in a partnership or in a marriage, and wanting to be healthier, wanting to be fitter, wanting to get that work-life balance right, but still wanting to make sure they are pursuing their career, right? Their business or their leadership role. So one of the biggest problems is that they're not clearly focused. And what that means is that there is no clear, concise focus. Like I would say laser focus. There is this kind of like, I got to kind of get this thing done, but it's a bit macro. It's not quite detailed. It's a little bit uncertain. Okay, so we're not fully focused as we could be. We're not locked in. Number 2 is we are not consistently focused. So some days that we could be on it, some days we could be falling behind. Some days we are clear-minded, some days we have mind fog, okay? And then the third one is that because of a result of that lack of focus and consistency, we're not progressing the way that we want to. And that triggers a couple of things in those men. The first one is the drift. So when we are in this here, we go into a cycle of chaos. We just drift doing the same thing. It's the same process, the same vehicle, the same belief system, the same outcomes, right? So we drift. Then we become overwhelmed because all of the things we can't focus on start stacking up. And when they are stacking up, right, we become overwhelmed because there is no clear priority in amongst the focus. And that leads to emotion. We become stressed, we become frustrated, we become snappy at home. We then try to make up for the lack of progress in our personal space, from the time that we should be spending on ourselves, with our family, with our wives, doing the things that we love, right? That's the problem. And if that resonates, what I want you to do at the end is go, yeah, that is me. Because what's really important here is to understand, actually, I'm going to put my hand up because that is me. Because the first thing that you're doing is recognizing that, and that's the first part of you turning this around. Now let's look at the solution. Now we call this the kill zone. The kill zone has been in force in our world for about 5 years. Create this system to battle this problem, okay? Now the kill zone, there are 3 key fundamental parts of it. Number 1, it is a 90-minute window. But in theory, it could be an hour window. It could be a 45-minute window. But what we try to do is 90 minutes is optimal amount of time to be able to spend time on an outcome, okay? It is a micro-focused period of time. So even though we've got lots going on and we need to do lots, what we are actually doing is micro-focusing on one thing to give it time, to give it energy, to be able to progress, nurture it and build it, okay? Then the last thing is it's very specific. Okay, it's not a case I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 or 4 things within that time. It's very specific. So what we've got to be able to do is look at how that works. So how that works is, here is an example. Okay, so from 9 to 10:30 would be a kill zone. 15-minute break, 10:45 to 12:15, 12:45 to 14:15, and then 14:30 to 1600. So this would cultivate in 4 kill zones during your workday, okay? And I bet that you could do more in that time, make more progress if you put this system and you inserted it into your daily work schedule, okay? Now, this is just a typical basis, right? We can build on this. This is what we build on with the lads in our Mission Pro program. Now, the first 2 kill zones, we've very much focused on our biggest priorities within the our biggest focus within the priorities, right? So within the business, that's the growth element. How does the business move forwards? What is my role as a leader within a company? How do I move it forwards? So these are like the £1,000 an hour jobs, okay? Then these might be more operational based because our biggest energy is here, okay? So the thing with the kill zone, it's not just about your professional life. You can use this for your personal development. You can use this for your health, okay? So in the morning, I get up at 4:15. The first 45 minutes are very much based around my own personal development. And then from 5 to 6:30, I've got a very set routine where things need to be done by the time I get to 6:30. Okay, that then allows me to go to the gym or come back home. Another one might be from 7 till 8. So that's an hour's kill zone. That's where my phone's off and I'm purely focused on helping getting the kids ready for school or getting myself ready for the commute or just being a part of the family morning regime. Okay, so this kill zone, this 90-minute window, is really a game changer if we implement it. So it brings us on to number 3, which is execution. Okay, so there are 3 phases to the execution. Okay, first one is the plan and prep. Second one is the review. And the third one is doing the reps. Now, in order for this kill zone to work, you need to be on top of your game. Okay, depending on where you're at right now, one of the things that we do with the lads that we work with is that we understand what our main objectives or missions are to achieve over a 7-day period. And usually it's in line with what we need to achieve over a 28-day period, which then is in line with what do we need to achieve over a 12-week period, right? So for a lot of the guys that are working with us, the planning and prep is all part of the bigger picture, right? But it's a case of what's the 1% win or the one step that I need to take today that's going to move me forwards? What do I need to focus on, be consistent with and go all in to take me that one step closer, right? So the planning and prep is key, okay? The review phase is also important. At the very end of the day, did I use my kill zones wisely? Did it keep me focused? Did it move me forwards? Was I consistent with them? How did I perform during them? And if you think about a performance in football, at the end they do an analysis of the game and they talk about what's good, what was not good, how they can improve, and what went well. And that's the same as your kill zones. In your kill zones, how did you do? How did you perform? Could you have done better? Could you have been better planned? Did you try to do too much, too little? Okay. And then it's a case of taking that review and doing the reps over and over and over again so you get good, like riding a bike or driving a car or hitting a tennis ball or kicking a football or swinging a golf club. The more you do it, the better you get and the more you understand, okay? So considerations. Number 1, there has to be no distractions. So during this time, I personally turn my phone off, okay? I make sure that all notifications are off on my laptop. And I try to just go all in, stick my earphones in and just zone in on what I'm going to be doing in that kill zone, okay? That's really important. Make people aware. So I often talk to the wife if I'm at the office, these are my kill zones. I just, she probably doesn't even care. But if she can't get hold of me, she'll know why. Okay, it's that understanding. And if you've got teams and other people around you, if they can't get hold of you, okay, it's just understanding that you're in a deep work session and you don't respond during that time. It's building those non-negotiables. Now that obviously might not work all the time, but if we do it for the majority of time, it will stop our flow and our rhythm that we've got going on. Okay. And then the last one here is make it outcome driven. What is the outcome of your kill zone? Okay, it could be to have a morning routine. It could be to have hit strong leg session. It could be to have completed your audit, okay, on your performance of your company. It could be your finances. But be really clear and ask yourself, how does this align to the bigger picture of moving you forwards in your mission? Okay, and it all stems from just having that kill zone, that micro productivity every single day, 24/7. And that is the thing that will take you as an operator, your standards, to the next level. So if you're kind of looking at this and think, man, I need this in my life, I need to execute this over a long period of time and have accountability. We have places available in our Mission Pro where you will come in and you'll experience what we do for a small amount of time. Okay, and then if you like what you see, you'll then commit and make this a non-negotiable in your life. And if that is you, in our description, okay, you're able to see my Instagram profile, click on it and message me the word ready. and we will see if you're a good fit. But in the meantime, what I want you to do is watch this video right here, because this is Tim, and Tim is one of the first adopters of the kill zone, which is what gave him more balance between his business and his personal life. Okay, so thank you for watching. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, and I'll see you for the next video.